this is Heidi with KiddosKoral, and today we're going to be talking about our table scape for Thanksgiving. Now, I certainly don't have everything collected and brought to my table because it is certainly too early to do so, but I did want to give you a general idea and kind of give you an idea of what to expect and what to do, and maybe some tips and ideas that I kind of hinge on every year. So the first thing I've realized is that I think that a table set, as simple as possible, is the most comfortable for people. I don't think that you need to have 20 sets or 20 different dishes for different entrees, unless that is something that you do on a regular basis and that your guests are used to. So, but for myself and my company, I usually do everything as simplified as possible because I want everything to be that have that just at home kind of feeling. This year we are going to use plates that my grandmother gave me several years ago, and I'm using two different plates. I'm using a salad plate and then a regular dinner plate, and I thought for something different, I thought that I would break these out this year and use them. Now, most of the time, generally the rule is that your silverware goes to the right. I don't have knives on the table, but you're supposed to put it knife, fork, and spoon. I always try to make sure that my guests have silverware, their cutlery right next to them. And then you have several options on napkins. You can do disposable napkins, or you can do cloth napkins, and that I have not decided fully on what I want to do. But I will say that nowadays, there is such a selection of disposable plates, napkins, cups, and cutlery that looks like the real thing, and that is very heavy duty and durable. So if you want to spring for that option, I'm certainly not against it because it saves the cook or whoever is in the kitchen less time on washing the dishes. I always get out a fancier glass. We usually have something nice to drink with our meal, and we also serve iced tea as well as water. And then at dessert time, we get out coffee cups and we have coffee. Now, generally, I don't usually, one rule that I know I do tend to follow is to never put real flowers that are, or at least not flowers that are enormously fragrant, because they will take actually away from your meals, because smell actually affects our taste, and you want them to be able, you want your company and your family to enjoy and be able to taste the food correctly. The other thing that I try to steer away from is big scented candles. So all I will do is have a couple tea lights out, just plain unscented, on my table. I'm doing a table runner. If you guys have seen, I had a Walmart haul that I released, and I bought this table runner at Walmart. I thought for something different this year, I would just keep it really simple. Usually we have the cranberries and the bread basket on the table, and I kind of let the food do the statement for me, and let it be more of the decor as opposed to having a lot of extra things on the table. This table in particular is really small, and I like to be able to have conversation across the way with the person across from me, and when you have large things in the center of the table, it can be very distracting, and you don't feel like you can relax and carry on a conversation. The other things that I always, keep an advisement, we eat here. If I have more than this, we do a second table in my living room, and it'll be decorated the same exact way. But whenever you are eating in where there are windows, or if you have wall hangings, make sure that all of that is good and clean for your guest. The other thing is that now is a good time to, since you already have picked out your menu, which we did in the second video of our series, and if you missed any other of the series, I will link them all down below for you all. The thing that I like to pay attention to is you know, serving dishes. Serving dishes can come from the Dollar Tree. They don't have to be expensive because the food is really going to be the statement on them. When I choose disposable, you know, serving plates or serving trays, I usually try to either get plain colored ones, like plain black or plain white or cream. Clear's even a good option because of the fact that I like the food to be the statement. Now, a lot of families, they sit down at the table and they have all the food on the table. Well, with this table being a very narrow situation, we do a buffet style in my kitchen area. If you all have watched my past Thanksgiving and Christmases, you guys know that we always do buffet style. It's easiest. Everybody just grabs their plates and gets what they want. I like to allow my guests to have more than one plate and allow them to be comfortable enough to do whatever they want with the plates, because a lot of people will tend to want to have their salad on a separate plate, or some people will even get salad first before they'll even get the big entree. So I kind of like to leave that liberty to them, you know, what they would like to do with the plates. I do know that there are people that do not like their food to touch one another, or they don't like certain things on their, you know, on their plate. So, you know, I try to be mindful of those people. Personally, it doesn't bother me, but like my son John, he's one that's a little bit more kind of likes his food separated. I'm not really sure where that comes from, but you know, if that's what he likes to do and that's how he likes to eat, who am I to judge? So I always make sure that everybody is comfortable and feels welcoming. One of the things to consider is making sure that you have adequate cutlery for serving. So if you have something that has a broth that they may not want a lot of a broth on your plate, a saluted spoon is very important, like say green beans, things like that. A saluted spoon is very important. Also too, you want to make sure that you have a gravy boat or a small ladle for gravy, which last year I bought a brand new ladle, and I'll get that out here in a moment and show it to you. But we have an unsaluted spoons. I've got forks for like meat, things like that. Just make sure that you have enough. I know this year I, you know, want to make it a point that I buy a few extra items just to have on hand, just to make sure that I have enough of the serving cutlery that I need. Okay, this is my ladle. This is a mini ladle that I use for my gravy because I make such a large thing of gravy. Having a gravy boat will not do for my household, so I just use a really nice, substantial, heavy-duty ladle, and this is a small one. You can see by the size of my hand, it's really small. But this absolutely does the trick. This cost me about $7, and it came from Kitchen Connection. Seeing my tablescape and seeing my plates that I have out, and you all will be seeing my Thanksgiving, because I'm sure it'll be in a day in a life, because I will be vlogging from Thanksgiving to Christmas. And when I say vlogging, I don't think every single day will be a vlog type video, but I will be putting out a video daily during that time. So I hope you all have a lovely Thanksgiving, and remember, no matter what, Thanksgiving is about being thankful, and it's about being thankful for our families and just being together. So just make the most of your space that you have and enjoy your time together. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll be talking to you all again soon. God bless. Bye-bye.